let me kick this off by saying we're supposed to keep this anonymous, but being I'm giving shout outs to players. I gave a shout out in our last amateur analysis video to Simon Williams and his course, and I'm giving a different kind of shout out in this one because he was actually playing white in this game, giving a simul. And I will say, as from personal experience, as someone who's given a good number of simuls, it is quite difficult to maintain a certain level of play. You don't really have time to calculate based off of a clock simul and how many opponents you're playing. So I will forgive some tactical oversights that happened in this game for that reason. But it is a very nasty game, and it covers a variation in the Benko, which is very topical and interesting. And I've actually had a few games with it in tournament play with both colors. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Our viewer in this game, our hero, is playing black. Let's get to it. All right. So as I stated, we have ourselves a Benko or Volga Gambit, depending upon where you are at geographically. A6, and the typical moves, you can accept. B takes A. You can decline, B6, or you can get nasty. Knight C3, the best move by black was played, A takes B6. And here, for instance, if knight takes B5, bishop A6, D6. I've always been partial to this type of variation with white. But E4, we got B4, and here it's so easy to mess these types of positions up. This gets dirty quick. Now, what black should do in this position is go D6. And let me show you a quick game between Gudikovic and Christensen from 2020. Notice D6 is important. I'll show you why not to capture the pawn in a moment. G5, critical analysis. Knight takes, tempo on the bishop, much like the Trompowsky. You bring the knight back. There's big threat here because of the pin. We got to watch out for knight takes D6. So rook A6, critical. We're getting our development finally. We've gotten safe. Black has avoided all the landmines, and white's knight on B5 is starting to look very sus. So bishop H6, all right, very nice move. Again, if queen G5, we can drop back. No problems there. H5, stopping any nonsense. I got to say, white was doing great, putting on the pressure in this position, but he just never really was getting enough. And finally, with the queens off the board, black is really able to play in the position. Gives the knight for play, or the rook exchange rather. Gets it back, and that pawn's not going anywhere. Once he wins it, it's a matter of technique. And like I said, I really like this example game. For our viewer, this is my recommendation on how to handle this particular line in the Benko Gambit. And as we dust off this clinical win by GM Christensen. All right, so knight takes E4 was played. And after queen E2, it's very easy to get caught up in this. I actually had a win with white in this position where black played knight F6, and it is white to play here. See if you see it immediately. Okay, I'm done waiting. Knight D6 with a wonderful smothered. Smothered, covered, and chunked. That's how I like them at Waffle House. And I like it right there. Smothered mate. Queen B6. So, queen takes E4 was good. And now, A4 is best. With this interesting queen takes B5. And then knight E2. Yeah. D6, though. And queen takes A8, and this is a tough moment. Now I'm gonna give you the move back. This is Simon's move with white. Instead of queen takes A8, what should be done? And assume he only had a few seconds to look at this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What move would you play? Would you take the rook or something else? The move that should be played is bishop takes b5 first, and this wins on the spot because now when you take the rook, there is no like bishop c6 intermezzo. So Simon was winning out of the opening here, and stuff happens. It's a nasty game, especially in the Simons. Stuff's hard. But takes, what should black do? It's a nice pause your video moment. Oh yeah, just trap the queen. Where's the lady going? And this is a question of practical chess because this had to be when he gets back to the move. It's like, oh crap, yeah, I just like trapped my queen. It's easy to miss something like this in a simul. And he took on b8, but I think objectively the better move is queen takes c6. And although it's also losing, it gives black more opportunities to go wrong as there are less forcing variations. And I got to say, the technique by our viewer after this, I mean, this is better for white than what he got in the game. The technique was pretty solid. Queen takes, and takes. When you're up material, trade down, and it's just way too much material. Rock for a queen, and love it. All these threats. Big threat with queen takes a3, and queen a1 mate. So, very nice tactical finish at the end there. Opening's very interesting. I love this line. Back when I used to be able to calculate and trained with chess, I would play lines like this. Now I'm getting more in the old guard, old man chess. But respect to those who go into this because you're dirty. So hopefully you're enjoying the series. Remember, you can send me games. Again, viewer game analysis. Want your game analyzed? Send your game to nmbtillis@gmail.com. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification. Help us out.